Hello, Fabulous Superstar Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2019, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is, and it truly is a big month. We have big meetings happening in the sky and a couple of beautiful lunar events as well in the mix. It will be eventful for us all. Let's start with the new moon. Early this month, right around the 4th of the month, give or take a day on either side, depending on where you are on the planet, there will be a new moon taking place. Now, this new moon is going to be speaking in harmony with Jupiter, happening close in the sky with Mercury speaking in harmony with Jupiter as well. There is a lot of positive, hopeful, expansive energy here, and you are the source of the greatest hope and expansion now. And that really is because, of course, Jupiter is in your sign. And this is the beginning. You are at the beginning of a powerful 12-year cycle for you. And so when we have these different celestial events taking place that connect with that Jupiter in your sign, it is awakening for you. It is reminding you that you really are at the beginning of a beautiful new cycle, and just how much this new beginning can bless just about any area of your life. This new moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with a few different things. Siblings, cousins, and neighbors are typically the types of people covered here. This is also a part of the sky that has to do with running around, doing your own errands, and connecting with people synchronistically and randomly. It has to do with communication of all kinds, whether it's social media, whether it's in person. Now, what this configuration comes down to for me is good news. Good news is going to find you in the first 2 weeks of the month. That is when this energy is most pronounced. Yes, it may come about through a sibling, cousin, or neighbor, or be about them, but ultimately you can expect some messaging to come through that delights you and may even have a little bit of a surprise quality as well. Now, the surprise qualities are going to ramp up as we move towards the middle of the month. It is going to be right around Valentine's Day that Mars and Uranus will meet in the sky. These two planets get together in the sky about once every 2 years or so. What is more special about this time is that this is the last time that these two planets will meet in fellow fire sign Aries for many decades to come. And this is happening at the very end, just as we're starting to finish up this very extended journey of the planet Uranus through fellow fire sign Aries that has been taking place since the beginning of the decade. So now here we are. This is that burst of insight, that flash of understanding that can change just about anything. There are surprises being planned here by the universe, and they can go either way. They can delight you and thrill you and leap you into a future that you love, or they can be a little shocking, they can be a little uncomfortable, but will ultimately put you on the path towards a future that you love. Now, with this happening in a part of the sky that has to do with a few things, but mainly what I think of it is creative. It is a part of the sky that has to do with creativity and your creations and your own creative energy. And so, how is it that you are using your creative energy well? How is it that you haven't been tapping into it? And where is it now that you desire to live a more rewarding and more fulfilling life through honoring your creative voice? This is a part of the sky that has to do with whatever it is that you are passionate about, whether it's people or places or things or situations or jobs, whatever that uniquely is for you. Your passions are going to be awakened and will make themselves very clear to you. And this energy can be very all or nothing. And so if it is that you've been dilly-dallying around something you've been saying you want to do for a while, well, this is where you get honest with yourself. Is it a yes or a no? And if it's a yes, you will put yourself in wholeheartedly. Now, shortly after this configuration perfects, we are going to have Mars changing signs, and we'll quickly move on to speak in supreme harmony with the full moon, which takes place on the 19th of the month. Now, it is this full moon that is taking place at the very top of your sky that I think is going to be an empowered, a high moment, a thrilling moment where it comes to matters of career and social standing and life purpose, where it comes to a feeling of success and defining it for yourself and feeling as if you've had a breakthrough, a culmination, if you will, where the rewards have come. For some of you, this is very likely going to be a time when you're considering what do you really want to do in the bigger picture of your life and what kind of legacy are you hoping to create and leave behind. For yet others of you, this is going to be a much more personal process that has to do with aligning with a higher, more loving vision for your life. Any type of interview situations, audition situations can go very well at this time. This energy does say it's a great time for a promotion as well. But because Mars is involved, you're going to have to be a little bit proactive to go after what it is you want. But with a little bit of willingness and a little bit of clarity, which actually you're going to have a lot of. If there's one thing you'll have this month, it is clarity thanks to Mars and Uranus. You will know what goals it is that are worth pursuing for you. And this full moon is a great time to embrace them. Now, Venus is also active in the sky this month. She will be in the middle to late part of the month, meeting Saturn, meeting Pluto, meeting the South Node. There is a strong sense of karmic consequence as to what is transpiring now where Venus is in your sky. And Venus is moving through a part of the sky this month for you that has to do with, on the one hand, your finances. It's money that you spend and money that you earn. But on the other hand, it has to do with matters of self-esteem and self-worth. This is incredibly powerful. And again, I'm brought back to this idea, all in or not. Like, that is the overriding question, especially once we get to the middle of the month. So don't let the lightness of the beginning of the month fool you. You are embarking on some very important decisions and experiences that are going to fuel your understanding of the choices that you have. With Venus moving through a financial part of the sky, it becomes about whether you love what you're doing to earn your money. Is this worth the money or not? Is a particular situation too complicated, too messy? Is it interfering with either your finances or your self-esteem or your sense of self-love? And this is any situation, but especially situations that involve you actually earning a way to support yourself and to those to whom you are responsible. So this can be a powerful time of some change. Yes, some people are going to find themselves getting raises. Others may find themselves spending a little bit too much. And yet others still will find themselves coming to a decision moment where they realize what is worth it and what is no longer worth it to them. They have it to give, or it's not worth giving to. And in this way, it is this month that sets you on a much clearer path, a much clearer understanding of your direction and where it is that you most desire to be. But also, it can put you on a path towards a much more rewarding journey, and a journey that will lead you towards a genuine fulfillment of self and feeling prosperous in a way that is grounded and measured and sure. Now, where it comes to matters of love, a lot happening here where it comes to matters of love. On the one hand, we do have that meeting of Uranus and Mars, which, in addition to all the things I mentioned, will also speak to matters of flirtation and romance and what it is that your heart truly desires. Now, I keep mentioning karmic, right? And it's for a reason. All of these planets, Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node, which isn't a planet, but a very important point in the chart, the South Node of the Moon. Well, all of these placements speak very powerfully to karma, to feeling pulled in a particular direction, to understanding what has served its karmic purpose in your life. When Venus comes here, It is going to encourage you to be very honest about where you are in love and why. But uniquely for you, there's going to be a connection to self. Where is it that your own self perception has led you to where you are in love today? And it is that energy of Mars and Uranus that will bring surprises into the flirtations that you find yourself in. So if you are open to meeting someone new, just know early in the month, social, easy, flowing energy, that can be really nice for connecting with someone. Particularly online connections can go very well. But it is as we move towards the middle of the month that the energy does change, and it can be those flirtations that end up taking you aback as a little bit more is revealed. And it can be in the midst of meeting new people that you find yourself genuinely surprised by realizing whom it is that you are speaking to. For those of you getting to know somebody, I feel like Mars and Uranus meeting where they will be meeting in the middle of the month is very powerful for dating as well. And for those of you who are dating someone, who are getting to know somebody, just get ready to see this person in a whole other light. And it will either propel you towards them or the other direction. So again, this idea of being all in or not is going to reveal itself to you very clearly. And the thing is, this is the truth, the clear light of truth, and it is undeniable. This energy can also be very impulsive as well. And so if you are open to meeting someone new or you're getting to know somebody, you are one of the signs that needs to be mindful. You and the Libras out there need to be mindful about eloping energy and making decisions for love that are rather impulsive, that may look a little bit different in just a day or two. Like literally, if you wait a day or two, what choice you thought about making may end up being a very different choice in a different light. And so that stark light of Mars and Uranus can have you considering things one way, and then you get a little bit further 48 hours later and we start feeling Venus meeting Saturn in the sky, and things start looking very different, and you're able to make much more grounded choices. I like to think that somewhere in the middle, that's where genuine joy can be found. And if you are someone who is in an established bond, what a powerful time it is, because this is about being honest with yourself if you are satisfied and what it is going to take for you to feel more satisfied. This is also about considering how generous it is that you are or need to be with your partner at this time and how you really feel about it. Where it is that love and money have coalesced for you, this is an energy that is going to ask you if it is worth it and what needs to change for you to truly be at peace and happy with yourself. And what is it that needs to change for you to feel that financially speaking, love is on more equal footing. Your answers are going to be uniquely your own, but when you find those answers, they will be very undeniable. This is the kind of month that will lend itself to some change, some adjustments in terms of how you understand what it is that you give and what it is that your partner gives within your established bond. But it is ultimately one that is rooted in being honest about what it is that you are truly wanting going forward from here. What I love about this month for you, well, look, there's a lot here, but I like how Mars and Uranus will add excitement, that's for sure. They won't let things get too predictable. However, if you are hoping for energy that maybe isn't quite as jarring as that meeting of Mars and Uranus can be sometimes, it is at the beginning of the month, the first 2 weeks of the month, really, when we have beautiful new moon energy there to bless you. It will bless your words, make you so influential. And if there ever was a time when you could get just about anything that you asked for, it is now. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.